What's up?
What's your name?
Osama.
Talking to the mic, fucker.
My name is Osama. How you doing? Here you go. This is a size 2X.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's gonna look good on you. You need to start wearing it though.
Okay,
It's
thank
comfortable.
you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, enjoy it. It'll match your shoes really well too. People out here come up with their own thing on low budget. People here are broke, and I'm speaking for about 70-80%. They're also just different people, so they understand it too. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna open a shop in New York. No disrespect to New York or LA. Like, people expect that, but Baltimore is like different. It's like a scene that doesn't really get the love, but like I think they deserve the love though. So we always wanted to do stuff, but it's like we didn't know how to do anything. We wanted to like make clothes, but we didn't know how to make clothes. We wanted to design stuff, but we didn't know how to design anything. So it's like we just started experimenting, and like we just play with little inks, and like we would just play with different boards and touch shirts and stuff. And it was like, oh, this is cool. I mean, maybe we should start trying stuff. So in the beginning, it was just really hard, but yeah, it works out after a while.
We actually started out of Evan's grandma's basement.
His basement's filled with literally mold. It's covered in like spider dust.
A dude hung himself down there.
Some dude hung in the basement. Yeah,
The
somebody.
old owner hung himself in that basement.
It was very terrifying every day.
He must have
And
been short too, because the ceiling.
the ceiling was literally. I'm literally walking. I'm like, yo, how he hang himself in here?
Evan's grandmother passed, and the house was sold, and we were gonna rent a place in Hyattsville for $500 a month. And last minute, it was just like they backed out, or we backed out, or we both backed out, and everything was already in the U-Haul. And we were like, shoot. So we took it down to the fully furnished basement that my parents used for storage. When we first moved in, it was more like, what are these kids doing? What's carpet? Carpet. That's still, he says it should be called what? Skateboard technician company. That's what he thinks. With skateboard techs. I think people were like confused, like, oh, can I come check out the place? Like the homies or whatever. And we're like, yeah, come through. And they're like, oh, like, you guys do everything down here? Like,
And
like,
you
yeah, cuz.
you can hear our parents upstairs be like, Osama, Ayman, take out the trash. And I'm just like, God dang it, yo, we'll be right back. And they'll be like, yo, come upstairs to pray. We'll be like, yo, we'll be right back. And then sometimes we'll be like, oh, we can't pray. We got ink all over our fingers. And then my parents would just be like, no, you come now. And I'll be
Like, it'll be in 10 minutes, man.
yeah. So we were huge Baker fans. We watched all the videos. Jeff Leno's, what is his name? That little kid.
Lenosi. Good try.
It's Lenosi?
It's Lenosi.
I'm a
Bro.
fan of Jeff Lenosi. That's
Yeah,
how
I don't know.
Kid.
Jeff Lenosi
I
might
used
be a
to
good
call-
skater, but Jeff
I
Lenosi
used
is
to
the
call Jeff
bomb.
Rowley Geoff Rowley since I was a child.
We loved Ellington. So, like, I mean, this was, like, an honor. Like, I bangs with Ellington. Even now, he's killing it always, so.
All right, so like we're Egyptian, and he was like, "Yo, like I love like Egyptian things or whatever, so it'd be sick to do something Egyptian." We grew up everything Egyptian, so we were like, "Oh, it could be kind of corny. All we see is King Tut's growing up our whole life." You know, got this little old Ankh, threw his name in Arabic all around.
You can literally get Ellington's signature on, like, a poster, but just to have his signature on a board, repeated over and over again on a laser, like.
Yeah, I like the orange brodies.
Where did this like character come
So he's like a little Puerto Rican kid. Everybody's seen this little Puerto Rican kid at the back of a flea market on a truck somewhere. This, though, we were just like, yo, bang with this kid, put the Habibi on his head, little Muslim flag on his head.
This kid literally kind of reminded me in 9th grade. This is how I used to dress.
But the thing with this kid, though, is that we printed the white, then we did the blue and the yellow, and then we started off with the kid's skin color. We did them all light skin from the beginning, and we got them all down to dark skin. So there's like a whole array of skin colors on those kids.
This was more of, like, a tribute, in my opinion, to people who are struggling in the real world. The Habibis out there.
Yeah, bro.
Gotta do it for the Habibis.
Let's see a different color one.